So you've been self-publishing your books all along, and I would like to know what challenges have you faced with publishing your books?
That's the question right there. Is
Hmm.
how I feel like these books are really great. I spent lots of time writing them, hours
Hmm.
and hours, and even like years. Um, oh, by the way, from the point I got that inspiration on the airplane
Yeah,
until I published and printed The Kind Garden, that
yeah.
was 7 years to print this little book.
10 years?
7 years.
Oh, 7 years.
Yeah,
Okay. Wow. 7 years.
from
Yeah.
the airplane inspiration to actually having my first copy in my hand was
Yes.
7 years just for a little 24-page children's book. So
Wow.
the first thing I can say for any authors out there is patience and persistence.
Patience and persistence. Hmm.
Absolutely. If you don't have patience or persistence, then being an author is real difficult.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I should say, in my experience.
Yeah.
So, yeah, because especially when you have illustrations, if you can't illustrate yourself, then
Yeah.
you need to work with other people. And
Right.
so I had challenges finding illustrators, A, and B, then
Yeah.
working with them
Yeah.
anytime it didn't work out.
Right.
So we were 6 months into the project, the book was half done, and then something happens, and the illustrator just has to stop.
Oh.
All that time is gone, and then I had to start again.
Right,
So
because you can't use the work that they've already done. You have to start with a new style.
that's right. Start
Yeah.
that process. You got to find one you like, you get along with, and the price
Yeah.
is right because you're paying
Yeah.
them. And then they have to do the same style. You have to get along.
Mm.
So, yeah, I learned along the way when you're working with an illustrator, you have to really talk about as much as you can. It's a relationship, what to expect going forward. Because at the beginning, I was a little bit too controlling. I'd say, "Oh, can you change this? Can you make this a different color?" And finally, I really handed to the illustrator at that time. She said, "Can you just like relax? I can't breathe here. You got to let me have, creative freedom,
Yeah.
artistic freedom." So I learned firsthand. Oh, that's what that means. I get it. Okay. So
Right.
then that was a great learning experience as far as
Mm.
working with illustrator and children's
Right.
books. So
Mm.
from then on, of course, if it's important, what I think is important to give some feedback, then
Yeah.
I will, or suggestions. And if not, then I just let them draw. So,
Mm.
and
Okay.
since then it's been great as far as
Yeah.
working with Illustrator. Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, back to the question. Patience and persistence is definitely key. Definitely keys.
Mm.